Now, for more on the situation in Shanghai, let's cross live to our reporter Chen Tong. Hello, Chen Tong. As we just saw, that latest case tally is not exactly optimistic for Shanghai. What are the causes for this almost doubling of confirmed cases on Wednesday?
Hi there, Pandan. Yes, COVID infections continue to rise in Shanghai, and the total infections being reported during this round of outbreak in Shanghai has reached almost 300,000. And of course, most of them are asymptomatic. And the local authorities said there are 9 patients with severe symptoms, and all of them have underlying diseases, including cancer, cardiovascular diseases, all problems with their immune system, and all of them are not vaccinated. And the virus continues to spread in communities, and the local authorities attributed that to 3 reasons. First, COVID screenings may be late because the Health Commission has to check the results of the patients one by one. And the second, local authorities said there might be some virus on food supplies or daily necessities. And in addition to that, it's also possible that Omicron spreads so fast, so there is incubation period. And of course, there are so many problems need to be solved. For example, we know Shanghai has more than 100 temporary hospitals, and it was raining so heavily yesterday. So there are some hospitals have problems with their roof leaking water. So that has actually aroused many attentions on social media to how to improve the living conditions for patients. Pandan.
Well, Chen Tong, I believe you're in this so-called closed-off management. Of course, you're at home for quite some time now. How are you coping? And talking about a citywide picture, earlier we heard urgent calls to solve this so-called last-mile problem for supply of daily necessities. Has the situation eased a little bit?
Well, to myself, I have kind of given up buying food online because that would push me to wake up early, and while all the people rushing onto the apps to buy food, not every time could succeed. But one of the easy way to buy food supplies is the so-called group buying in communities. For example, one resident in our compound starts a group buying of milk, and he or she will become a commander of the group buying. And other residents in our compound who have the similar demand just tell him or her, and the milk will be delivered to our community gate, and the volunteers will help us to get this milk. Well, and of course, actually, I have been in home quarantine for more than 2 weeks, and it's still unclear when the close of management will end. But luckily for me, Shanghai has somehow loosened some restrictions. For example, my compound has no COVID cases being reported during the past week. So we are allowed to go outside, but still can't leave our compound. And once again, China has made it clear that it's crucial and necessary to enforce the so-called dynamic zero COVID policy in a country with 1.4 billion people. And with all the efforts being made, hopefully everything will get back soon. Pandan.
Thank you very much and take care. Our reporter Chen Tong in Shanghai.